Good morning, dear children. I hope you all are keeping well. Take your textbook and mark the important points. In the last social science class, we studied about the topic how did industrial revolution paved the way for colonization. First of all, capitalism. Then capitalism paved the way for imperialism and colonization. Now we are moving to the new topic. You all might have heard about the famous quote, "This is a war to end all wars and make the world safe for democracy." Which war is mentioned here? Yes, your answer is correct. It is about the war which occurred between 28th July 1914 to 11th November 1918. This was said by American President of that time, Woodrow Wilson. Then I think you all might have understood it is about the First World War, or the war which started from 1914 and ended in 1918. It affected almost all parts of the world. That is why we call this war as the First World War. Let us see the causes of the First World War. The first cause or reason or factor or circumstances that led to the First World War was the competition and conflicts among the imperialist nations. Let us see the reason for their conflicts, or why did the imperialist powers fought each other, or why did they compete each other. The European nations vied with each other in establishing colonies. European nations vied. The word vied means compete eagerly with someone in order to do or achieve. To achieve more and more colonies, imperialist powers or European nations competed each other. This competition led to conflicts among them and caused mutual distrust and enmity. Distrust means doubt the honesty. This further drove or led them, the nations, to sign military alliance. So the first cause of the First World War was the competition and conflicts among imperialist nations. We have seen the first factor which led to the First World War was the conflicts among the imperialist powers, which resulted the signing of military alliances. Two important military alliances we could see in the First World War. They are, from the figure you could identify, Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Triple Entente countries, the countries which signed in Triple Entente were France, Great Britain and Russia. Then the countries signed Triple Alliance were Austria-Hungary, Germany and Italy. So, two important military alliances we could see in the First World War. It was the second reason for the First World War. What were that military alliances? So I think you are marking the points number 1 to order. Then it is easy for you to learn. So second reason for the First World War was the formation of the military alliances called Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Entente countries were France, Britain, Russia. Alliance countries were Austria-Hungary, Germany and Italy. The formation of such alliances created a war atmosphere in Europe. They started manufacturing or creating and buying lethal weapons. The word lethal means harmful or destructive. Or in other words, we can say dangerous weapons collected by the countries who signed the military alliances. Let us see the third factor which led to the First World War. We can name it as the European nations resorted or adopted various strategies to succeed in their imperialistic competition. Most important among them was aggressive nationalism. So, in other words, we can say third important reason that led to the First World War was aggressive nationalism. The European nations used aggressive nationalism to invade other countries. The word invade means attack. Aggressive means ready to attack or confront. Nationalism, aggressive nationalism means attacking nationalism. That means, in other words, aggressive nationalists considered their own nations as the supreme and justified whatever be the action of their nations. The nation may do right thing or the nation may do wrong thing, but it is my nation, so it is correct. That concept is really here means aggressive nationalism. Aggressive nationalists considered their own nations as the supreme and justified whatever be the action of their nations. Because of these aggressive nations, certain movements developed in Europe. The movements such as Pan-Slav, Pan-German and Revenge movement were the offshoot of aggressive nationalism. Aggressive nationalism created the development of different movements in Europe. They are Pan-Slav, Pan-German and Revenge movement. So we have discussed now the first cause of the First World War was the competition and conflicts among the imperialist nations, which resulted the formation of military alliances we studied as the second cause. Then following that, each country collected the weapons. Then we moved to the third cause, their strategies adopted by the imperialist nations. In that we studied as aggressive nationalism. So, Pan-Slav movement was one of the aggressive nationalist movement which developed in Europe before the First World War and which led to the First World War. Russia wanted to unite the Slavic people of Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece-like countries. Slavic means Slavs or Slavic people are people who speak the various Slavic language. Slavic here is the language. The people who speak Slavic language here means Slavic people. So Russia really wanted to unite the people or the Slavic people of Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, etc. in Eastern Europe under her leadership. That means Russia wanted to become the master of Slavic people who spread among the countries of Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece like Eastern Europe. For this purpose, the Pan-Slav movement was formed with the help of Russia. So we seen Pan-Slav movement was under the leadership of Russia. Purpose of it was uniting Slavic people. Next important aggressive nationalist movement which developed in Europe before the First World War was Pan-German movement. Aim of Pan-German movement was to establish Germany's dominance in Central Europe and Balkan provinces. The leader of Pan-German movement was Germany. Her aim was to establish her dominance or supremacy in Central Europe and Balkan provinces. This Pan-German movement came into being under the leadership of Germany. Germany really wanted to unite the Teutonic people. German people also called Teutonic. So, wherever the Teutonic people spread, such a region should be come under the control of Germany. That was the purpose of Pan-German movement. Okay, I think it is clear for you. Pan-German movement was under the leadership of Germany. Aim of Pan-German movement was to establish Germany's supremacy in Central Europe and Balkan provinces. Next important aggressive nationalist movement developed in Europe was revenge movement. There was war between France and Prussia. Prussia means not Russia, Prussia. It was the part of Germany. Or in other words, we can say there was war between Germany and France in 1871. 70 and 71 we could see. In that war, Germany occupied or taken Alsace-Lorraine of France. 1871, Germany occupied or captured Alsace-Lorraine, the territory that were under the control of France. To regain this territory or take back this territory, the revenge movement was formed under the leadership of France. So, revenge movement was under the leadership of France. Aim of revenge movement was to take back the Alsace-Lorraine, which was captured by Germany from France. So, we have seen three important aggressive nationalist movements which developed in Europe. They were Pan-Slav movement, Russia was the leader, Slavic people should be united. Then next Pan-German movement, Germany was the leader, German people should be united. Third was revenge movement, France was the leader, take back her territory Alsace-Lorraine from Germany. This also resulted the First World War. Next cause of the First World War was imperialist crisis. The imperialist rivalry or enmity drove or led the European countries into several crises. The most important among them were Moroccan crisis and Balkan crisis. Let us see Moroccan crisis. A secret agreement was signed between Britain and France in 1904. According to this, Britain recognized or accepted the France's claim over Morocco. Britain agreed France can establish her supremacy over Morocco. You could see the Morocco in map. The French demand over Morocco was opposed by Germany. Because of that, Germany sent her battleships to the Moroccan port. Moroccan port is called Agadir. You could see in the map. So, France wanted Morocco. It was agreed by Britain, but it was opposed by Germany. So, in order to solve this crisis, France agreed to transfer or give a part of French Congo to Germany. When did France give a part of French Congo to Germany? Germany agreed to concede Morocco to France in return. Thus, the problem was solved temporarily. Temporarily means for a limited period of time. However, their enmity or rivalry continued. Did you get the point? Moroccan crisis was one best example for the imperialist crisis which developed before the First World War. It was between France and Germany. Britain agreed demand of France over Morocco by their secret agreement of 1904. But Germany was not ready to give that to Morocco. To oppose that, Germany sent her battleships to the Agadir. Agadir was the Moroccan port. So, France gave her portion of French Congo to Germany. So, Germany agreed the demand of France over Morocco. Next important imperialist crisis before the First World War was Balkan crisis. the Balkan crisis was one important reason which paved the way for First World War. You observe the textbook page number 33. In that you could see Balkan region. It is situated in Europe, close to the Aegean Sea and Black Sea. Page number 33 you observe. So, this Balkan region was a part of Ottoman Empire. The European countries such as Greece, Bulgaria, Serbia and Montenegro formed an alliance called Balkan League in 1912 and they defeated Turkey. So the territories which were under the control of Turkey in the Europe came under the control of Balkan League. So they started sharing the conquered territories. This resulted in the war between or conflict between Balkan League countries. So Balkan League was broke up and resulted in war among them. So Balkan crisis was one of the important imperialist crises which led to the First World War. Let me repeat. Balkan region is situated in Europe, close to the Aegean Sea and Black Sea. You observe the map in page 33. And it was under the control of Turkey. Then 1912 Balkan League which was formed by Greece, Bulgaria, Serbia and Montenegro defeated Turkey. Then when did they start to share their defeated properties? That resulted in conflict among the allied nations. Because of that, Balkan League also was break up. Then that resulted war between these Balkan League countries. This also resulted in the First World War. We could see Balkan crisis resulted conflict between Balkan countries. So here we can recollect the points related with the military alliances signed before the First World War. It was Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Can you recollect who were the members of the Triple Alliance? Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy were the members of the Triple Alliance. England, France and Russia were the members of Triple Entente. So Austria laid its claim over the Balkan region with the support of Germany. Then same time, Serbia demanded this region, so it was supported by Russia. So automatically we could see a conflict arose between Austria and Serbia. Because Austria wanted Balkan region, Serbia also wanted Balkan region. During this time we could see a Serbian youth, Gavrilo Princip, assassinated Francis Ferdinand, the heir to the throne of Austria. Serbian youth known as Gavrilo Princip assassinated or attacked and killed Francis Ferdinand, next heir to the throne of Austria. The place it happened is at Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia known as Sarajevo. Francis Ferdinand was assassinated by a Serbian youth known as Gavrilo Princip in July 1940. So, Austria held Serbia responsible for it and declared war on Serbia on 28th July 1914. So, immediate cause of the First World War was assassination of Francis Ferdinand, the heir to the throne of Austria, at the Bosnian capital Sarajevo in July 1914. Then Francis Ferdinand was killed by Serbian youth Gavrilo Princip. Austria held Serbia responsible for it and declared war on Serbia on 28th July 1914. So all the allied nations rushed to help their allies, their friends, You already remember two military alliances, Triple Entente and Triple Alliance. So each countries tried to support their allies. Then almost all the nations of the world, directly or indirectly, were involved in it. Let me repeat. The war which fought between 1914 to 1918 is known as First World War. Why? Almost all the nations of the world, directly or indirectly, were involved in it. Therefore, this war is known as the First World War. The First World War came to an end in 1918. So, immediate cause of the First World War was assassination of the Francis Ferdinand, the heir to the throne of Austria, by Serbian youth Gavrilo Princip. It resulted the war between Austria and Serbia, which later changed as the First World War. Let us recollect the important factors that led to the First World War. First of all, imperialist competition and conflicts among the nation. Second, the military alliances. Third, the aggressive nationalism under its heading, Pan-Slav, Pan-German and revenge movement. Then imperialist crisis. Then lastly, the immediate cause known as assassination of Francis Ferdinand by a Serbian youth, Gavrilo Princip. I think you all got the points now about the important causes that led to the First World War. You hear the video repeatedly and underline the main points in the textbook and learn it. I know you all will do the portions very well. Okay, thank you.